Oh, there's Dustin.
Hey,
Oh, you
How
get
are
some
you
sun
guys?
on. Get some sun on those legs, buddy. Jeez.
I got a nice new haircut tonight. I thought you were gonna make a compliment, maybe, but
No, well, yeah, you're. It's hard not to notice those legs, but nice haircut. I know.
It's
I'm just
almost
letting her flow
blinding.
tonight. So yeah, you make me look worse. So yeah, our guest here is season 8 house guest Dustin. I'd like you to try and pronounce Maddie's last name just to see,
oh,
because you're always so good at these.
I'm not even gonna try.
It's not that hard, is it?
I would guess it's Di Nunzio or Di Nunzio, one of the two.
Yeah, so like if you put on like that Italian accent, it's Di Nunzio, but I just say Di Nunzio. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, don't ask us to do any kind of accents. It'd be very offensive. So welcome, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining us for this. Obviously,
Of
a
course.
season 8 house guest, and I think in the first 30 seconds, I think you could tell what you got yourself into here with the two of us. I mean, yeah, thanks for wearing pants, Dustin, or maybe even entertaining a little bit more of a close up, but I try not to be too distracted by that. So first off, as I mentioned, spoiler warnings out there. So if people aren't caught up, whatever it is, Dustin, it is. Well, let's start over for anyone who's joining in, because obviously Maddie's going to bring some followers. My name's Ted Emmett. I'm here with Dustin Moore. We are part of the Oh Deer podcast here in Red Deer, Alberta. Dustin's brother is Kyle on the current season of Big Brother. So we've been doing these weekly updates. And yeah, Maddie, we really appreciate you jumping on for this one. I know you're following along. And Dusty, not looking good for your brother right now.
Yeah. First off, thanks, Maddie. She's out east, so it's 11 o'clock out there, and I'd be long in bed by now. So really appreciate
That's
that.
okay, of course.
But yeah, Kyle, it's a little heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my wife said tonight that we don't know what we're gonna do on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're obviously still gonna watch, but it's been pretty cool to follow along and be so emotionally invested in this. And it's certainly been a lot of ups and downs. I thought he would win a little more competitions, but I think he could be in some real trouble now going into tomorrow.
It's still so early though to win comps, right? And with Austin winning so many, it seems like she's like a bigger target in my eyes. I know when I was playing, like for some reason we'd always single out the girls, like, oh, who's the strongest girl in the house? Maybe because there were so many more of us because the guys were just dropping like flies. But it was always like Vanessa's a stronger physically. I think she was the strongest physically. And then Min won a competition. So the other girls were just like kind of hiding away. Those were just like side conversations that we would have in the house. So I don't know. I think that he's playing a great game because, I mean, winning too early too, I don't know. It's just, I think Austin put a target on her back, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out tomorrow for sure.
Do you think he's got a chance to stay?
I mean, I don't watch live feeds. I see on Twitter like what people are saying, and it seems like it's like actually going back and forth. I can't keep track of, is the house flipping? Is the house not flipping? Like I have no idea. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't. So, I mean, I love them both though. That's the thing, is that I really like Kyle and I really like Austin. And I feel like their flirtmance or whatever they have is just getting started. And it reminds me of kind of like my season with Mike. It's kind of starting to blossom, and then it's just going to be like,
Done.
it's just not shut down, right? So it kind of reminds me of myself and my situation.
Well, and I'll tell you what, though, Dustin, the one competition that you're actually supposed to blow at, and Kyle didn't really do that tonight. I got to say, hats off to Big Brother. I'm pretty jealous, and Maddie, you can speak to this. I love it. Maybe it's not even the competitions I think would be awesome, but the costumes and the themes that they put you guys in, I think is awesome. So what was that like, not knowing, every couple days going out in the backyard, like not knowing what you're going to walk into?
Yeah, so like days prior to like the veto and HOH, we'd always hear like drilling. We're like, what are they doing back there? So we'd like the backyard would be like off boundaries, obviously, in preparation. But just I got to compete in quite a few competitions in our short-lived season, which is great. But just like getting ready in our costumes and just kind of trying to figure out like what we're gonna do. It was so much fun. It's definitely an amazing experience, and I wish I could go relive it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And if I'm not mistaken, you were 2 weeks in a row on slop. Is that right?
Yeah, so I was like 1 week it was like full on and I didn't win skip the dishes or anything like that. And then the next week, I think it was, I want to say like half a week or something, just because then the whole COVID thing happened. And then
Right.
they're just like, we don't want to put more stress on us, especially because we're not eating. So it'd be even worse for us. So like worrying about our families and stuff. So I think we stopped on like Thursday or something. So it was like a week and a half or a week, something like that. So it was supposed to be 2 weeks, but it got cut a little shy of 2 weeks.
Man.
Yeah, seeing Rohan 2 weeks on slop and watch the episode tonight, like he kind of looked like the crypt keeper. Like it was not like, obviously they're giving you enough in there to survive on, right? And they're not leaving anyone malnourished so you get scurvy or something weird like that. But obviously that's gotta be tough, like mentally and physically. You're basically just getting by on what you need for food, right? With slop.
Yeah, basically you get like your nutrients that you do need. Kyle and I specifically, we like Kyle from my season, not to confuse you. We lost a lot of weight, especially Kyle. He would like his pants literally like he lost like he would be like, you know, like those weight loss commercials, like I went on like so such and such and I lost like 50 pounds, like, and they have their pants stretched out. That was literally him. He was just like his pants were stretched out and it's just like, oh my gosh, I went on slop and I lost 50 pounds. So we kind of joke around about that, but he takes he's like a bodybuilder, right? So he takes, you know, great pride in his body and he worked really hard to get the body that he got. And so I felt I was feeling really bad. I don't really have to work so hard. So I felt bad for him. Yeah.
Where's the recipe for this slop? Because I think Dustin and I should go on it for a couple of days. Yeah. Hey, maybe that sounds like a challenge, Dustin, who could survive longer on slop.
Yeah. I walked out of the house like 100 and I want to say like 15 pounds, which is very light for me.
Yeah, same as Dustin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, between like a little under 115. It was crazy. And then as soon as I got home, I just like, you know, all that Italian home cooked meals, like carb it up. And I'm still carb loading.
That's awesome. We had a question come in here, Maddie, from one of the people. Obviously, besides Kyle, who's your favorite house guest this season?
Besides Kyle, you know what? I really liked. Well, I like that. Okay, the thing about this season in particular is I like people from both sides of the house. Usually, I pick a side, and I'm like, I like that side. But with this season, I do like multiple players from either side. So I'm like, oh, I like that person, but they just went against this person, right? I think Victoria, she's really strategic. She's playing the game. I like that. But like, is she playing too early, too fast? I don't know. I liked Latoya. She's just a badass. She's just, I like that. I like that from her, but you can't go in the house and playing like, you know, she's a cop and she has that mentality. But I like how she kind of, you know, she's loyal to the soil. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard. This is a season that I like so many people, and I don't say that about too many seasons. So it should be good. And I think a lot of people are saying that, and I don't want to jump on the bandwagon with that, but I like a lot of players from this season. I like, you know, the Ty and Judson duo. I'm not too sure about the trio with Beth. They call it a triangle. A love triangle. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about that.
The throuple, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of throwing me off. But yeah, other than that, I like a lot of the players. Sorry, I'm just seeing my brother in the chat. Yeah, I'm in my brother's bed right now. Because it's furthest away from my parents' bed, and I didn't want to be too loud.
That's awesome.
So when we're talking about characters, I want to quickly publicly post a retraction. Going into this season, I was Team Kiefer 100%. He was my guy, and now he's probably going to be the guy who sends Kyle out the door or close to it. And I like his personality a bit. I'm no expert. I kind of think he kind of sucks at this game, to be honest.
You know what?
Seems like a great guy, but just is not great.
You know what? He you ready for the? Oh, okay. Yeah. I like Kiefer, and I think he's funny. And at the beginning, he kind of threw me off because he's like, I want to make a good impression with my kids, and I'm like, that kind of touches a soft spot. So I don't have kids. I have dogs and a cat, but like, but it just, I kind of like that about him. But it's also Big Brother, and I don't know. It kind of threw me off. And then I'd see some live feeds of him, and he's actually hilarious when he was like roasting like
That's hilarious.
Austin and Kyle. Like I was dying. So I'm like, I don't know if they're showing enough of him, like his funny side. Like I don't know. But I think he's going against his alliance right now from live feeds. Like I think he wants Austin out, but I think Jed and Ty and I think Beth wants Kyle out? I mean, I'm sorry, the other way around. No, hold on.
Yeah, it's so back and forth too. And I should clarify too. When I say he sucks, I think he sucks because he's almost too loyal. Like he's keeping safe the 3 people who voted him out, and that's I think that's gonna bite you. Like I don't know, you'd be the expert on that. Maybe there's a strategy behind it, but
yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, I guess on the totem pole, like it was LaToya, and then he kind of fell below. But I don't know. Yeah, he's I think he's gonna make jury, or maybe they'll drag him further if he's not winning any comps. Who knows? It's so early to tell that like anything can happen in the game. And the thing with Kyle, if like it's for sure Austin's going home, like it happens so often that like 20 minutes before eviction, like it could switch so fast in the house. It's crazy.
How much paranoia like did you have in the house?
So much. I was always paranoid. That's what drove me insane, is just being so paranoid. It's like knowing that people are talking about you in the other room or thinking that they're talking about you, and it drives you insane. I think they're on day 25.
Yeah, I think it was today or yesterday was like the day that you guys all left from.
Today was that day.
Today?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Today was a sad day.
I felt so bad for you guys. That was just awful.
Yeah, it's been tough, just especially like the first few episodes, because the house hasn't changed, except like one of my friends said this to me. They said Jumanji, and just some plants started growing. But it's tough to see. It's tough to see, but I'm getting better at it. And the boxing is really helping me.
Yeah, totally. So let's get into the boxing.
Yeah.
Are you? When is it? Give us a little information on what's going on and what are you doing.
So from what I know, it's going to be in Florida. I think it's not set in stone though. So I don't even know 100%, and it's probably going to be end of June, beginning of July. It's just with the whole COVID thing, I guess it's hard to establish like a specific date, but I'm like so excited for it. I have zero experience in boxing, but I don't think any of us really have much experience. I know I don't have any, so I'm relying on like my athletic ability or what I have of it. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And obviously it's Canada versus USA, and that's that whole cool part of it. Like, are you excited to meet the Big Brother USA contestants? Have you met previous Big Brother Canada seasons people? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so over the summer, it was for Jamar's birthday actually. We had a big pool party and we couldn't invite a lot of people though, just because it was COVID. I mean, we had like more than 10 people like coming over and stuff like that. So like a lot of Canadians from different seasons came over, just if they're like in Toronto or whatever. But yeah, I haven't really met too many. Like I haven't met Veronica, but we talk. I haven't met any of the Americans, and I speak to Rockstar all the time. Even before we found out we were fighting each other, we were in communication. So It's going to be interesting to meet all these people that I mean, I haven't met John Party, and he lives I think he lives in Toronto. Like a bunch of people I just haven't met, even the Canadians. So I'm looking forward to it.
So Maddie, because Dustin has a great habit of starting a conversation halfway through, can you explain a bit what he's talking about, what this boxing match is, what you've signed up for, and all that? Because you kind of, I think you just kind of assumed everyone knows what you're talking about, Dustin.
Yeah.
But there's something pretty big going on this summer between Big Brother Canada and Big Brother USA.
So I think it's the first time ever that they've had anything with Big Brother US versus Big Brother Canada, from what I know. Unless, I'm missing something, but I think this is the first time ever. And so basically, Big Brother Canada and Big Brother US players are going to compete against each other in a boxing match. None of us really have any experience. I'm competing against Rockstar. There's, I think, 6 other fights. And yeah, we're all training, working really hard. It's going to be a pay-per-view event. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm trying my best to train. It's hard though. I give so much credit to all the fighters out there. You have to be. It's like I trained tennis my entire life, and it's nothing compared to tennis. I'm literally sweating buckets after training. I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I was in shape or somewhat in shape, and I'm like, I am so out of shape. But it should be fun. It's something a goal and it's distracting me from Big Brother, all my emotions and stuff. It was kind of hard at first, but boxing has really helped me actually, which is nice.
I hope you don't have to fight Rockstar on her daughter's birthday, because then she's going to come and she's going to be extra feisty and really mad.
What? So, I hope it's on her daughter's birthday, because that's going to be the worst day of her life.
Yeah, I would put, like I said, I watched all the seasons of both. I'd put my money on you 100%, because I know you can kind of see too, on Rockstar. I don't know if she's just not posting pictures of her training or not taking it very seriously or what, but
she did post a video. It's on the website. If you go to Celebrity Net Fights, it's on there. But yeah, she hasn't posted since I posted mine. So maybe, and they did a poll, on Twitter, and they're just who would you rather, not who would you rather, who do you think is going to win? And there was 700 votes or something. There was quite a few. And I think she won majority, which is fine. But because I like surprising people. I like,
being the underdog.
I like being, I guess I don't know if I'm, I guess being the underdog, right? It's a good feeling, especially when you win.
I think everyone just thinks Canadians are so nice, and, they go off of that, and probably, I bet you there's a lot of Americans voting. So there's a lot of Canadians actually in this I would put my money on. I get scared watching, what's the
Adam?
Guy from Newfoundland, Adam. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Good.
That's,
Yeah, he looks good. Honestly, there's so many people that I think, not to be biased, but I think Team Canada is going to take it. But we'll see what happens.
So why is it not Rockstar versus Brett? And I was going to ask, do you think Brett, would Brett be you're maybe a coach for you, or a virtual coach? Have you connected with him at all? Because I know he'll be in your corner.
Brett. Well, he's American, so he can't compete. But yeah, I never even thought of that. I don't know if he knows anything about fighting though, and I want someone that's knowledgeable. So
more just an inspirational, just to get you fired up. Not even for any kind of fighting. I don't think anybody's probably less Team Rockstar than him. So
I think that might get her fired up though.
That's true.
She might picture his face on my body or something. You never know. You never know.
Maddie, what are the rules? Is it 1 round, 3 rounds? Do you know how the fight's going to end up? 3 rounds?
I think it's 3 rounds, 2 minutes, which I'm going to tell you, 2 minutes in boxing. Okay. People say 2 minutes, joke around, 2 minutes on the elliptical feels like 5 hours. No, 2 hours in boxing feels like it takes a lot out of you. I give so much credit to people who train their whole lives. it's hard. It's hard. But
I'm excited. Hopefully COVID's kind of gone by the time that comes, and we can have a Red Deer Big Brother watch party
oh
in
my gosh,
somebody's
yeah, that'd be
backyard.
amazing. That'd be so much fun. Yeah.
So we're pretty excited to watch all the fights. You guys have done a great job promoting it. I don't know if it's just because I'm on Kyle's Twitter account helping out, but I see a ton of it, and it always keeps me engaged. So that's awesome for you guys.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're all so excited about it. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, I was just saying, no, I just said it's pretty interesting. Like, it's something new, and when they like Big Brother and Big Brother US, Big Brother Canada, and for anyone who's a fan of both, getting to watch them. And I know there's a question, we get a little information on some of the other people fighting. So even just from the Canada side, if you can you probably know better than us who else is fighting in that.
Yeah, so it's on the website too if you want to see the bios, because it's kind of cool. You can see like their age, like their height, their reach. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm like, how do I measure my reach? Is it like armpit to finger, armpit to knuckle? Like I don't know any of this stuff, right? So it's confusing. So you can see all that information on the website. But so it's gonna be myself and Michael from season 8. It's going to be Hamza and Veronica from season 6. So it's 4. Sorry, I'm just trying to. John, Party, Godfrey from season 3, I think. Who else? Veronica.
Adam. Yeah.
Adam.
You mentioned, yeah.
Sorry if I'm forgetting someone. I think that might be it.
Quite a few though. It's a pretty big event.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and there's gonna be ring girls from BB. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who, so I'm not going to. But yeah, there's gonna be so many, like a lot of Big Brother people who are actually coming to the event, and then we're just gonna have a big party, have a big powwow after. That's awesome. So it should be fun. I'm so excited.
That is. So if we go hop back to Big Brother a little bit.
Yes.
Because Ryan Lund asked the question instead of coming down 4 stairs to ask. He lives here too. He wants to know, would you, if you had the opportunity to go back in the house, would you? Or would that be kind of too hard?
No, I would go back in a heartbeat. Oh my gosh. If people keep saying that like next year is All-Stars, and I definitely don't consider myself an All-Star. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I played enough, because I was only in the house for like 24, 25 days, but I would do anything to be back in that house. It was honestly so much fun. It's something weird. Like when you come out of the house and you hold your phone for the first time, it is the weirdest feeling in the world. Like it is so weird. Like throughout being in the house, like I'd always like tap like the desk, not the desk, the table, and like thinking it was like my phone that was about to light up. I'm like, oh my gosh, like am I addicted to my phone? But yeah, to answer your question, I'd go back in a heartbeat.
Well, I think you would be an all-star after beating the snot out of a rock star. So there's always that too.
I mean, maybe the challenge will call me up. Hopefully I'll be like ripped by then. So we'll see. Yes, Jamar, anything.
Did you watch the episode tonight, Maddie?
I did. So I'm going to be honest with you. I came like halfway through because I had a dentist appointment. And so I saw the veto and on. I don't know. Did you guys have any twists in your season? Like, what do you think this invisible HOH is? Oh yeah. I was going to ask you guys that. I don't know. I actually tweeted that. I'm like, what does this mean? And like, no one really responded no one really knew. The invisible part is throwing me off because that means it's like not really existing, or it's not really like, maybe they're gonna I honestly have no idea.
I think you get to like be, it's what was the one, like the BB hacker or whatever, I think on one season where you get to be HOH and no one knows, which I think is what it is. But then also like I'm thinking like, okay, well that's really bad for all the product placement that they do around HOH. So like what's going to happen there? But I do think it's almost like you get to be HOH and no one knows.
I think that was a season with like Tyler and BBUS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping if Kyle goes out, if he goes out tomorrow, they make him the invisible HOH. He's got to go live in a room downstairs for a week and then come back.
You know what? Honestly, in that house, anything could happen. I mean, we had one person walk out that door. We had one person want to leave. We had two people, get evicted just because they got evicted. And we had one actual, Michael, we had one person actually get nominated and leave, like the proper way. Anything can happen. Seriously.
Crazy.
So I hope for Kyle's sake. I like Kyle. I think he's great. I was so happy when he got put in the house instead of that, what's his name? Ethan? That Ethan guy.
I don't even know.
I'm glad that happened.
Well,
Maybe for the win.
Speaking of powers, because that was hilarious. I saw some stuff on Twitter and good for him, Kyle walking around at 3 a.m. searching the house, looking everywhere for a secret power. And did anyone in your season start to do that too? Because obviously they're always there, and I know he's up against the wall and hoping for anything. Like, did you do that, or did anyone in your season do that too? Just basically blindly looking for something.
We had we called it the Expedia room. You know that room from my season. What is it now? I can't remember.
I think it's still the Expedia room.
Is it still Expedia? But like there was another room beside it. Theirs was open right away, but ours was closed. Ours had a door, and then it ended up opening later on, and it was like a beach, right? We were digging through that sand. We were looking for everything. And then especially when Michael was going to go home, we him and I were just like searching. We're just like what can we do to I don't know. We were looking at the lighting, everything. Like, does this lighting have something to do with this on the wall? Like everything. Yeah, we were searching, and then we're just like, let's just give up. Let's just spend time together. But it was fun. We're just like, I'm like, I don't think there's anything. But what gets me is that I think it was when they were looking at the TikToks, and I think it was Adam on Adam's TikTok. He's like, try to find some secret power or something. Do you guys remember
Yeah,
that?
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, there's some alluding to whatever he got to do in that, like the secret assassin or whatever he was, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what makes me think that there's going to be something in the house because of what Adam said. So after that day, I didn't watch Live Feed, so I don't know what happened, but I'd be searching that house. I think there could be something, like in the walls, like anything. There was that secret veto in the HOH room where the Wendy's thing popped up. Like I'd be knowing that from the previous season, I'd be like looking around that area. If you can just tell Kyle through
yeah.
Like I'd be looking at that area because it came out of the wall, right? So they might do something again with that. You never know.
Well, that ball pit would be driving me nuts too. I think there's something to do with that. If that's not like the have-not room, there's got to be something to do with that ball pit.
Yeah, maybe like on one of the balls or something, there's there's something written or something, or inside of one of the balls, and someone has to break it open. There's got to be something with the ball pit because all those arrows on the wall.
Yeah.
There's no coincidences like that.
If Kyle ends up going out tomorrow, that's going to be the first question I ask him is, did you swim on the bottom of that ball pit and look for hidden doors? And I'm sure people have, but.
Yeah, I think I've seen him underneath.
Yeah, he's always down.
No, I'll feel bad if he goes. I feel bad if Austin goes too. I like them both. It kind of sucks. Yeah.
Game wise, who would you evict? Like, if you were in the game right now, knowing what I know about Kyle, if I had a chance to send him out, I would, because I know what a gamer he is and how his mind works. So that I honestly don't want to see him go, but that would be probably my play too.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't know where I would, who I would align myself with. I feel like there's quite a few duos in this house, so it's kind of hard. I think I would evict Kyle only because I feel like, actually, yes, I would evict Kyle because Austin, she's a female like me, and she'd always be a bigger target in the house than me, and I could use that as a shield. So yeah, I would evict Kyle. Unless he was, part of my alliance, then I wouldn't, but I'm pretty loyal that way. So, but if he wasn't, I'd evict him.
What about you, Dustin? We're going to put you on the spot.
Oh, I've told you already that I think he's gone. I think that, I think as soon as he was up there, I think he was in trouble. And yeah, he's told them all about his big brother camping trips back home and how.
Yeah, that was, I feel like that was a bit of a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say that. Like, I don't know, just being a super fan, they're like, oh, automatically, even if you don't, they're automatically like, oh, they know a lot about Big Brother, right?
Yeah, totally.
But that's awesome.
So,
that's so cool that he goes on Big Brother camping trips. I love that.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious. It's like,
I don't necessarily recommend it because there's been some, especially with the Moore family, Dustin and his sister and Kyle, we got to watch one of the biggest blow-ups in Big Brother history out here at Pigeon Lake. It was wild.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Like they thought the pantry thing was bad with Kiefer. There's a way worse things camping. Yeah.
Oh my God, that seems like so much fun though. So you guys like all just do different competitions?
Yeah, we just set it up and it's over like a 3-day. It's all like sped up, obviously, but it's like 3 days, and every kind of 15, 20 minutes, there'll be a HOH and then a veto and then a eviction. And there's like hidden powers hidden in the trees and stuff. Oh, it's wild. So I'll have to get Kyle once he's home to organize one for all the Big Brother contestants, come out west and have a big party out in the woods.
I'd definitely come out. I'd definitely come. Yeah, we went to BC last summer to have a little reunion with the evictors. So we went to Kelowna. That was a lot of fun.
No kidding.
So I'm definitely down.
Yeah, it's not as nice here. We like Central Alberta, but it's not Kelowna.
You know what though? But if we're playing like BB camping, I'm down. You know what? You can't top BB camping. Not even Kelowna can.
No, it's pretty good. When Dustin first told me about this, what are you talking about? Like, do we just go, is this like a board game that exists? And no, he planned like a full 3 days competitions, like everything. He's like a mini game champion. So he basically planned all of the comps of stuff that he could win and then ended up winning. But
that's so much fun.
He beat Kyle final 2 because he decided to evict me final 3 because I could probably talk my way into a win. And I have nicer legs too. So
more tans.
Yeah.
That's not hard, but.
Oh, that's awesome. The best.
So I gotta scroll up. There was another good question here. I think it was, is there a Big Brother player in the past, like Canada or US, that you really looked up to before you went in the house?
I really liked Erica. I just thought she was just like a badass comp beast. I loved her. Still love her. Yeah, I liked Ika. I don't like saying liked because I still like them, obviously. But I liked Ika from her seasons. She's just an iconic player. She's just, badass. I like that badass kind of girl role. Yeah, I remember my Ika interview for ET. That's who I said, Ika and Erica. So I'm gonna stick with those two. Yeah, they're just good. I just like them.
Who was the guy? I think it was like season 4 maybe. Who was the guy with like the science guy from Edmonton with the bow tie and like he was basically Bill Nye from Edmonton and he made it pretty far. I liked him, but not enough to remember his name.
Oh my gosh, Mitch?
No, it was Joel.
Oh,
That's
Joel, yeah.
That guy was my guy the whole time, and I didn't flip flop like I did with Kiefer. Like that guy was always my favorite. Didn't do much, but he made it pretty far. So
yeah, I can't remember what he placed. I liked him too. He was good. Yeah, there's so many good players. It's hard to just pick one. But people are saying Joel. How about you, Dustin? Who's your favorite?
Oh,
besides Kyle.
So being a hockey guy, I like John, Party and Netta. I really like them when I watch their season. But I honestly, it's hard. Like, I don't know if it's too many concussions or what. I have such a hard time remembering far back. So like, I loved your guys' alliance last year. I wish I could have saw more of it. Like you, John, Luke,
I know.
Michael, Jamar. Like I thought that was going to be awesome. I really enjoyed watching you guys. And when you reached out, when this season started, I was like, I think I even texted Ted and was like, oh my God, Maddie or Twittered me. This is awesome. Like, this is so cool.
You're so sweet.
So
yeah, sorry, what were you gonna say? I cut you off.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like I was a huge fan of you guys and
thanks. Yeah, I think we got a lot of hate at the beginning. But then later they're like, okay, these guys are actually kind of cool. I kind of like them. And then I think we grew on people a little bit more. But at first, I don't think we were very liked.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I first saw John Luke come on, and the way, his interview, I'm like, who is this guy? Then you get to know him a bit more and stuff too. And, we had him on last week and got to watch him drink like 5 pints of beer. It wasn't that many. I'm
sorry
not that
about
many
that.
at all.
I feel like he's my child. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but that was pretty funny.
So funny.
That was as real and raw as it gets. But no, watching that, I think it's so weird. And especially now, Dustin can, probably feel this even more, but knowing someone on the show now and seeing what people say on Twitter and, like, all they've seen is the show hasn't even started. They've seen their 2-minute video and they're already making so many judgments, and it's insane.
It's like ours was, Canada had to vote.
Right.
And the last, like the bottom 4 were put up, right? That was really, like, I could see how that could be really hard for those 4 people. Especially on the first night, you don't expect that. I was feeling good because, I wasn't bottom 4, but like if I was bottom 4, I'd be like, wow, Canada hates me, right? And I think I felt in the middle of the pack for that vote, from what I heard. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people liked me at the beginning. I think they made me seem like really, really ditzy or something. And like Canada just doesn't like that. I am a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but they really milked it for me.
Yeah, see, I think that's endearing though. Like, at least to me, to a lot of people, I think that's kind of, the innocent and, I think it depends what you like. The problem is there's probably a ton of people that like you, but that's unfortunately not the people who think everyone wants to hear their opinion on social media, right? So
right. Yeah, for game wise, I wanted to play that kind of role, and because I didn't want to be like, the most, I'm not, but like the most, like, you never want to be like the smartest in the house. You never want to be the most athletic in the house, because you're going to get targeted like right away. Because
so I should go on Big Brother is what you're saying. So, yeah, I do great.
I think you would do great. I think all 3 of us would do great. And I can say the same about myself because I didn't get to finish.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah. But you know what? I'm really happy that even if it doesn't work out in Kyle's favor tomorrow, it's really nice that he got the opportunity to. He wasn't going to be on it, right? So he's really, he's fortunate to have gone it. I like Kylie too. She was
man.
I died. I was watching some clip just before we got on Twitter, and he was like a smoker or something. And did you guys see that one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so funny. I was dying laughing. He is so funny. He's like, "What's your favorite drink, Kylie?" And he's like, "Oh, just the ashtray or something."
Yeah. Yeah. Dustin is. Do you think Kyle's going to bring Kylie home to meet Dad or what?
Well, I hope so. I hope that's his first outfit he shows up, and that was awesome. The Jedson, Ty, him, and Rohan did an awesome job there with.
I know.
What do you guys? As ladies.
I didn't ask you guys. What do you guys think of the whole Austin and Kyle thing? Do you think it's just a game? Because you guys know him, like outside.
Well, Dustin called it from before the show even started. He called it. Everyone just looked naturally. Oh, Beth and Kyle, Alberta people, like that. And Dustin, I keep thinking every time, like, Kyle, she's way too young for you. but Kyle's not our age. Like I'm 10, 12 years older than her, and he's what, 2 years older than her. So
Yeah.
How old is he? He's 26.
he's 26,
He's
I think.
26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm
always
loving
my
it.
first thought. But then, yeah, I think it's great. It's too bad it's going to come to an end, but
Yeah.
hopefully, well, with technology these days, it's pretty easy for them to stay in touch, and hopefully they do.
So you actually think he likes, because there could be games.
I think he likes her.
I do
Aw.
too. Oh yeah. I think there's a mutual, like,
I think so too. I don't think, I might be wrong because I don't know Austin, but I don't think Austin's the type of girl just to do it because for the show, just because to get further in the show. I think she genuinely has a little crush on him, if anything.
Yeah, and I don't think Kyle would, cheat on Rohan unless he was really, really into her. So I think he's got the best of both worlds. He's got a really good bromance that's obviously going to keep going outside of the house, and now a friendship showmance, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. I unfortunately think he's going to be going home, but like, what an experience, and we're proud, first Red Deerian ever to go on the show.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of cool for our, new Red Deer themed podcast, and just so happens that it's one of the host's brother. But yeah, for the city and stuff, like we're pretty excited to see that, because you always have your Torontos, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver are always represented, and to think, 9 seasons and no one from Red Deer is pretty
you guys
amazing.
should be so proud of him.
Yeah, proud is right. And also, huge thanks to you for coming on today and doing this. We should probably let you
Oh my
get to
gosh, of
sleep here
course.
before
I mean, I'm not
midnight.
doing anything. Yeah, it's almost midnight here, but that's okay.
And we
enjoyed
really
it.
appreciate it.
And it was so nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, you as well.
I'm really glad you stayed up late to see Dustin in those shorts, because I know I should have. Yeah.
We'll see you. We'll see you maybe not this summer, but the summer after for Kyle's BB camping trip.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got a busy summer this year training. So
yeah, I do. Well, I hope I'm going to be training almost maybe every day. I don't know. We'll see. It's so hard with COVID, so it's a little tough, but I'm going to make it happen. I love you guys too. So just the cookies veto. Thanks. Her name's Maddie. And I see her now. Well, I wish Kyle the best of luck, and hopefully I'll be able to. We can have this talk in the next few weeks when he's still on the show.
Hopefully, and if not, then we'll talk after your fight about how badly you won. We'll catch up again, because I know we're going to be watching that for sure.
Yeah, you guys should do I don't know if you would do a podcast after that, but you should do something at the beginning of the event, who you think is going to win or something like that.
Do some predictions. That's
something
a great idea.
Some
and
predictions.
Loser has to go on slop for a week. There we go.
You know what? I've tried to find slop recipes, but I can't really find the exact one. There's too many different ones.
Cool.
Yeah. I even asked Twitter, and I got five different slop recipes, and they're all so different. So who knows? I was planning on preparing myself for this season because I thought we were going to get called back, but I was going to start training for slop. Honestly, it's not even that bad. It's not that bad.
Well, it can't be that good.
It's not good, but it's it was okay. You know what? It's kind of funny. Before I go, I was off the slop after my 1.5 week or however long it was, and then the next group of people were on it, and I was craving those slop pancakes I was making. So I would even take a bite of John Luke's, swirl it in some syrup, and it was actually I craved it. I sound so weird. I think I'm the only person ever to say that, but
yeah, Jamar doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, Jamar doesn't agree with you.
Funny thing about Jamar is that he put it in his mouth and he threw up on the kitchen. Not threw up, but he was spitting it out.
So before we let you go, I got one last question, because I thought I heard Tara on the episode tonight. I thought I heard her say that she you can eat condiments with slop, is that right? So you can have like salsa or hot sauce or anything like that with your
Yeah,
slop?
so you can either like make them like we used to say like savory or sweets. I would only like mine sweet. I didn't like it with salsa or anything like that. I love like, chips and salsa, but with slop it just tasted so nasty. We tried slop pizza, like so many different slop recipes. It was disgusting. You can use like maple syrup in your recipe. That's what I just like sugar loaded yeah, Adam, thank you.
Ketchup.
Oh, Adam is on here too. Wow.
Adam, good luck in your fight.
It's got to be 1 a.m. there for Adam. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh, Adam, go to bed. You need to be training.
Yeah.
Right now,
That is
Adam's
awesome.
doing some sit-ups while he's talking. Yeah, so you can put like cinnamon, like you can put a bunch of different things. I like the sweet ones though. And you couldn't have anything but like coffee and tea, which sucks. Yeah. But yeah, pancakes, syrup. Yeah. Yeah. I like the pancakes. That's all I ate for 2 weeks. Was pancakes. Well, slop pancakes, I should say. You're doing the night shift.
Well, hey, hopefully Kyle does make it. We can do a couple more of these. Get Adam on, get Jamar on. It's been pretty fun and not something we expected out of this, but is pretty cool. So
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing a great job.
And we appreciate you coming on. Just some random dudes in a basement podcast in Red Deer.
Nothing new to me. Just me and a bunch of random dudes. No, I'm kidding.
And maybe that's the COVID times too, right? But you know what? A lot of people might say, no, I'm not coming on there. And you and John Luke, and it's, and for Jamar and Adam hopping on here is pretty awesome. So we really appreciate it. And good luck to all of you in the fights. We're obviously going to be rooting on Canada, and hopefully we can catch up with you before or after.
For sure. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Maddie.
And it's nice meeting you.
You as well.
And good luck to Kyle.
Yeah, Team Kyle. Thanks a lot, Maddie.
Oh,
hey, thank you.
Have a good night.
Oh dear.